What is ZipRib? ZipRib is Merchant & Evans' premier product, as shown here on the Altoona train station in Altoona, Pennsylvania. ZipRib was the first structural functional standing seam metal roof that utilizes concealed clips to allow for expansion and contraction and yet be able to resist severe wind forces and make a structural span between open framing. A structural roof system can be utilized in both open purlin and low slope applications, or over a deck system, which could be plywood or lightweight concrete, etc. ZipRib has developed a unique application of a two-piece clip, which is seamed integrally into the standing seam rib to not only allow for thermal movement, but to resist severe wind uplift forces. There are modifications to that standard clip to deal with higher than normal loads and/or expansion and contraction requirements that exceed what the standard clip can withstand. Here you can see an example of our two-piece clip where the top piece is always stainless steel. The bottom piece can come in either galvanized or stainless steel for high corrosive environments. Thermal movement can be accommodated in both directions with the ability to install multiple locations for fixed points. The panel is fixed to the structure at one point, and thermal movement takes place in either direction from that fixed point. ZipRib has been used successfully on a multitude of complex projects throughout the United States and the world. Here you see Concourse J at the Miami International Airport. This project was some 10 years in design and construction. In its unique shape, the designers intended to mimic the look of an airplane wing. This was the first project at the Miami International Airport that utilized standing seam metal roofs other than their hangar facilities. Up until this job, they had only used membrane roofing at that facility. ZipRib has been very popular in the application for airports. Here, in combination with our BD 1520 profile, you see ZipRib on the Louis Armstrong Airport in New Orleans, Louisiana. The ZipRib system is manufactured with no 90-degree bends, is less likely to oil can, and is manufactured with 18 sets of tooling to gradually form the panel into its shape without introducing stress into the metal. All of this allows us to use higher strength materials because of the shape of the profile. Because of the way the ZipRib panel is manufactured, we reduce the possibility for you to experience oil canning as you see here in this photograph. The ZipRib product, because of its design, is less likely to experience oil canning than most standing seam products. Not only do a lot of other manufacturers use roll formers with less sets of tooling, the seaming operation of some products is rather violent and imparts stresses into the metal, contributing to that oil canning you see here. Here we illustrate some of the roofing applications that we have used ZipRib in. It can be used on low-slope functional roofing, sloped architectural roofing, convex curving to 6-foot radius, and concave curving to 40-foot radius. It has been used successfully in taper designs. It has been used in open purlin construction, solid deck construction, and in a variety of material including steel, aluminum, copper, zinc, stainless steel, and lead-coated copper. The unique roll former that Merchant & Evans uses to fabricate ZipRib products is an 18-station in-house roll former that gradually forms the product to reduce the stresses in the metal. In addition to the roll forming stations, Merchant & Evans uses a factory inline leveler prior to running the coil through the roll former to additionally level the metal. You can see our ZipRib product being rolled in the factory in New Jersey. Here is another view of product being rolled in our factory in Arizona. ZipRib can be seamed and unseamed on the roof. In other words, it can be zipped up and unzipped. This unzipping allows for the non-sequential process of removing the panel, which means that we can replace individual panels in various locations on the building if they become damaged or need replacement, without disturbing the adjacent panels. Zipping and unzipping are done through the use of a zipper tool, which sets the standard in the marketplace. It is a lightweight tool, weighing approximately 35 pounds, that not only will zip the panel from eave to ridge, but will zip it ridge to eave. In addition, this zipper tool is designed to run vertical applications for those places where ZipRib is used on fascia or siding application. In addition to the zipper tool, ZipRib has developed the ability to unzip it with the unzipper tool attachment placed on the back of the machinery. The ZipRib roofing system is a 2.5-inch tall standing seam shaped like a modified I-beam, which keeps the panel joinery well out of the plane of drainage, which is important if it snows or rains where your project is located. The finished seam is a tube. If the surface is wavy, it's hard to notice as the sun hits the rounded top of the seam, and the ZipRib product is approved down to 1/4 inch and 12 pitch. This project is a children's museum in North Carolina. We can also curve on the job site with continuous long lengths as seen here. This is the current record of 460 feet, utilizing a 16-inch wide, 22-gauge stainless steel product at the airport in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina.